We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Connects with the throw. Player 1 will drive it back, misses.
Movimento esperado no canto, drive certo.
Hits him with a stop.
Toma.
Lightning kicks. What's next? The low. Smart stuff, hoping at that range to zone the opponent.
A luta tá disputada, hein? Quem ganhar ganhou com mérito.
Solid anti-air. What are they gonna do? Breaks it. Drive gauges all in with a run.
Tomou.
Drive gauges might be
Caralho, mano. Comigo é mais arriscado. Quanto mais tu pega, só que tem graça.
Que isso, mano?
Vou bater palma pra você.
Deixa eu jogar não, hein? Deixa eu jogar não, hein?
Jogou muito, mano, na moral. Pô, do nada ali o cara baixa o Shao High, pô. Caralho.
Poder oculto.
Porra.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see. Welcome to the stream. Round 1. Fight. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Throws him down. Goes with the projectile to tackle the opponent. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. What's the play here? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive. Very bad choice there. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Nails the anti-air. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. No more drive gauge. Taking stock. Burnout activates.
Ué, gente. Viu não? Ué, mano.
Vou te falar, se mandar isso pra mim, eu vou puxar.
Entendi nada agora pra ter subido. Era pra gente ter subido.
Scrapping it out up close. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Going in? Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Big throw. A quick breather. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Still experiencing burnout. Excellent block. Reads the jump-in perfectly. The drive impact doesn't work. Super hard to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you! Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. What a reaction. All in with a rush. Oh, putting the cherry on top! Watch out the early super for some sweet damage! Oh my god, what a throw tech! Drops him hard! Punish counter on reaction! Player 2 can't use drive anymore! Back into the corner! What setup do they have? Player huge chance at the Player 2 has got to try to act quickly but with the attack! Turns out! Kikosho getting in some real damage! How did they read that throw? Player 2 is in a very good spot! There's a burnout! A jump? So solid with a mixer anti-air! Take a seat! This might be a pivotal super!
Farofa mesmo! Farofa mesmo!
Mano, o cara
tentei clicar na tela e pular, ela não passou, velho!
Mano, o cara sumiu da tela, mano! Como é que eu vou saber onde filha da puta tá, velho? Pô, eu vou subir no Hollywood! Aí eu falei, ele vai lá e caiu na minha frente! Não, você fala que no dia que não foi jogar na testa! Foi a jogada certa, mano. Só que tu sumiu da tela, porra. Caralho. É, pô, caralho, me fudi, velho.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it.
Não,
So let's
tipo
start
assim,
the match
ele
and feel
voou,
these
eu fiquei,
warriors
caralho, onde ele tá? Onde ele tá? Fiquei pro lado e pro outro assim, ó.
what they try to do here in the first round. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Blocks the jump in, throws them. What's next? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Gets back into the corner. Tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner.
Tá nada,
On the board
humilde.
first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Can't tech the
Caralho, tá
throw.
tomando umas
That
paradas
attack
nada a
landed for
ver,
a
cara.
counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. Player
Como que
two
enfrentou, né? Não
uses
teve
the
bom
game
mais.
for a super. Yo, kicking off their facial features with an experiencing burnout. Player one is in a
Porra,
pretty
vale a
good
pena mandar esse
situation
X
with the
depois não, Manela.
jumps in. Drops them from the air. Knocks them out of the air. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner. Going in.
Caralho, o golpe pega bugado, velho.
Player two.
É, mané, caraca.
Pegou bugado.
Ela acerta o cara e bate no vento no alto. Nada a ver, mané.
Here comes a new challenger.
Ah, é? Caraca, mano. Não, mano, é ridículo pegar e o cara ia lá bater no vento, tá ligado? Pô, ou pega ou não pega.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Very
O bagulho era ou pega ou não pega. O bagulho pegar pra não...
wow. Shut down. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Sticks the combo. The jump in is denied. Player two chases them down. KO.
Caralho, mano. Que boneco escroto, velho.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball.
Tá bom.
Dashes up. Decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
Caraca, dá como, mano.
Knockdown and pushes that off and keeps going. Jumps? Which way you gonna block? Whips with that huge attack. From activating star to get some help on the field. Misses a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Finishes with the throw. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're
Piroca.
locked in.
Golpe nem ele tá entendendo o que ele tá fazendo. Nem ele. O Rashid joga sozinho.
Pô, Thiago, tu tava com 5 bits ali, cara. Só quer ganhar, Thiago?
Ai, Rashid joga sozinho, nem ele tá entendendo o que ele tá fazendo.
Thiago já tava com 5 bits, cara.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights
Tu
are
não
at
se
stake.
ligou no furacão, não, pai. Thiago, pra tirar a atenção dele.
Agora eu me liguei.
Here we go. What
Ai,
are these fighters going to do?
demorou, velho. Aí pede punitivo, vai sangue pra caralho.
Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Good anti-air. Knockdown. Denies that throw attempt. These two fighters are perfectly synced. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out?
Pô, esse fone do PlayStation, ele tem um bagulho que me irrita, cara. Que esse bagulho dele aqui é de plástico, aí a orelha fica suando, tá ligado? O fone da IPX ele era de pano, não acontecia isso, velho.
Holds out with the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
A um de vocês parece que tá dando água.
Solid throw tech. Very solid corner switch. Jumps in. Time's the only thing moving here. Okay, creating some space here. One combo can end this round right now. Genius read. Player 2 will look to apply burnout activate. Player 2 had got him up against the wall. Player 1 on the board.
Pô, ele tava com o cu na mão já, velho.
To keep the pressure on.
Tô falando.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump and attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Grabs him. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Player 2 has the life advantage. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Activate the star to get some help on the field. The super doesn't hit. Genius lead. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Lays down a whirlwind. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow.
Ah, isso aí também, caralho, não consegue punir nada dele, velho. Ainda é positivo.
Nice counter. Player 2, were they looking to connect to the overdrive arc from this situation? Knocked them out of the air. All the throw connects. Oh, he'll draw super hard incoming. What are they gonna do? This is a critical moment.
Ué, Claudinho, esse farofeiro.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a
Caralho,
swing.
mandei o especial no Krau, o Krau não puniu, mano. Era pra tu punir pelo menos o especial, cara.
Ele tá no nível, tu tava com o nível 3 ali, né? Ativo, né?
Here comes a new challenger.
Não, você não esperava que eu ia mandar o especial, aí ele pulou um pra trás.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Eu vou matar esse
The fight's now
farofeiro.
underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Backs them into the corner. What's the play here? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Hold your breath. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They're jostling
faz
for
o que
the dominant
quiser,
position in the
velho.
corner. Heading into the end game now.
Corre pra caralho.
Getting tense. This is the perfect
Ali.
range to reach out and tag them with something. Brushes off the impact. Blocks the KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round.
O
They'll
cara tá
want to keep the ball
spamando Dragon
going.
Tech.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Can't tech the throw, hits them with a stop and bomb. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Fires off a whirl.
Dando já lá, qualquer boneco, ainda pega esse daí.
This is the grab. Big throw. Super arc on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation is bizarre and active. Here comes the rude dance. The super doesn't hit. Player charges forward. Side switch in the corner.
Porra, tá lutando.
Jumps in, goes to the air. Dashes side switch. Going in.
Tem um botão.
Barely blocked. This can lead to some big damage. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. What a finish!
Caralho, mané.
Player
Mandando a
1
porra do
brings
especial, o
it
boneco tá
home.
pulando.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Ó. São pessoas diferentes, reais diferentes, acaba confundindo meu jogo. Eu não gostava que essa magia subia não, mano. Mas é bom que pega os outros no alto, lá no canto. Melhor que os do Luke que some no meio do caminho.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Welcome to the stream.
Time to blast.
Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws air to air to deny them a chance. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some good chances to do damage here. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Boxing with a target.
Skyward.
Planning for a counter here. They'll have to decide how to follow up. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Takes a trip. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Oh yeah, immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Holds out with the block. Side switch in the corner. That's a counter. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Not much life left, but their draw usage is impact counter! Oh, that's so big, KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Give me a little bit more.
Final round. Fight.
Back at the start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps. Gets a risky buff in. Fires off a whirlwind. Both fighters have a level 2 meter on. Escapes with the reversal. Starts with whirlwind. Fights back with authority. Does a good job escaping the corner. Reads the jump in perfectly. Ooh, what a smart throw. Absolutely relentless. Wrecks them. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. A jump. Shreds that off. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Send some meters. Super art to show them what a PhD insider can do for you.
Tu jogou pra caralho, mano. Até que demora que tá no
Down
canto.
with the super. Now that's how you take a round. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Não, mano. Mano, ridículo.
Então, ele é mais rápido que a Júri mesmo. Então ele é mais rápido.
Here comes a new challenger.
Não, é só jogar igual um louco. É só dar com a cara no
This isn't about
controle
just
que
winning the
ganha.
match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. That was a solid anti-air. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive reliance.
Mesmo assim não dá pra dar pressão nele não,
Player 1
mano.
needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Nails the anti-air. All right, what's coming up next?
É.
The jump-in is denied. Down to the wire. Picture
Por que
perfect
pegou no
punishment.
cara, mano?
Starts the push with a Radiant Cyclone. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Reads their mind and texts the throw. Experiencing burnout.
Entendeu? Olha lá, ele fica embolado sozinho.
How will they play it? Where is their opening? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. What's the next move? Both fighters are KOs. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Throws them to negate the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Player 2 has the meter lead. The super doesn't hit. decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Going in, hits him with a stop and pop. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Does a good job escaping the corner. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Life lead is there, but still finds the target. The stun KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Hits the drive. The last round. It's now or never. Lays down a whirlwind. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Player 1 is in a pretty good, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player, perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in, out of here. Oh, blocks the cross-up, impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Arabian Cyclone. Nails it. Machine's looking for something with Kisara. Tons of space between the fighters now. One of them cooking up. They're hurt this time. Great job in escaping that corner pressure. And what a finish!
Caralho, mano.
Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Pô, quer trocar botão com bagulho que é 50-50, pô? Vai no mínimo empatar. Ó, eu mandei soco pro furacão.
Ah,
50-50.
queria a porra da sala. Queria a porra da sala privada aí,
Eu vou
cara.
expulsar, cara. Só vou expulsar, só
Our
expulsar.
fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Welcome to the stream.
Time to play.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw.
Eagles fight.
Jump in, finds the mark. Deftly shuts out the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Big counter. Gets the jump in. Did well to get the buff in there. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Wow, this is so close. Can they take it by using their drive? Big opportunity coming. Great experiencing burnout.
Great Desert Storm.
Burning up and gets. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight. Eagles fight.
Creates an opening with a low heavy. Breaks the block with a throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be triggered. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player, there's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Both fighters planning something? Experiencing in there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Qual botão que tá falando? Tá falando qual botão, cara? Eu só aperto o médio e o fraco, eu nem uso o botão forte. É soquinho, soquinho, tem pra frente. Soquinho, soquinho, tem pra frente.
Challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go.
Você tem que respeitar a dor na defesa, só dá pra sair com...
The fight's now underway. This is vicious
É,
play by
tem nada que você consiga punir.
stands firm and blocks the drive. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throw whips. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over.
Enquanto isso, corre pra
Maintains
caralho.
composure and pushes out of the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Impacts a no-go. Grabs them. Taking stock. Jumps. Very simple. Burnout activates. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent's gonna pay for telegraphing that jump in. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. Whiffs the throw.
Não, isso aquilo ali é só invencível. A graça daquele golpe é que é invencível.
Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Good awareness of the hard play to stop the opponent there. Fires off a whirlwind. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Goes for the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Jump hits them with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player burnout activates. Noticeable life lead. The super doesn't hit. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Starts with whirlwind. What a finish!
Puta que pariu, podia ter mandado
Here's
o
the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Medium kick hits. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Quarterback rushes in. Player 1 can't let this simmer. He throws that off. Looking to follow up after that target combo. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Slick overdrive cancels there to call them out. Cross-up attack. Any throw will whip at that range. Somehow in with the cross-up. There's the burnout. Oh, here throws. Player 2. And oh my god, rock sewer.
Porra, pula, filha da mãe.
Cadê a porra do meu level 3, velho? 2 vezes, mano. No combo, não saiu. E ali agora na farofa. Caralho, tá dando lag, mano. Não é possível isso não, velho. Não saiu no combo, nem no farofa. Não, mas já era pra ele ter morrido ali quando ele tomou o combo ali, que ele tava rodando no alto. Cadê level 3? Desaprendi a fazer você.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. No good up high. Perfect air-to-air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Puts one in the pocket. Did well to get the buff in there. Trips him up. The Fuha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Good job blocking the jump in. The shoulder burnout activates. Was looking for that jump attack. Star is active. Here comes the rude dancer. The super doesn't hit.
Caralho, mano. De novo?
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Nice cross-up. Excellent jump in. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 charges forward. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1, oh my god, what a throw set! Player 2 is not in a good place. How did they read that throw? Reads the jump in perfectly. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Knocked him out of the air. Cross super hard incoming. Puts both. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight. Eagles fight.
Buffs while they're blinking. Lays down a whirlwind. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Lots of full hop bank and plenty of avenues. Sets up with the jump in. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Starts with whirlwind. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Whirlwind shot. Player 2 has the meets them air to air. Player 1 has a big drive. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Reversal. Blocks the low kick. Drops that off. Tons of space to go. So solid with a mixer anti-air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. In with the cross. Real test of nerves here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They got him from, oh my god, Rock Super! Looking for a hole.
Caralho! Que isso,
Ah, mano, agora foi
bonito!
foda, mano. Que lojão, mano.
Que visão, que visão!
Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game.
Munição lindíssima, amigo!
Eu tava mesmo, não. Foi boa a
Passou
jogada.
por dentro de tudo.
Pensou? Lindo. Lindo no papai. Faz assim.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Nothing but air for the impact. Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Decides to spend the move and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 2 turned this right around with that super. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 has
Caralho,
the
mano, no alto!
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Checks them with the projectile. Player 1